and welcome to the Downsized Dish. My name is Laraine Durham, and this is our weekly series where we talk to people who are losing weight with GLP-1 medications like Mounjaro, Zepbound, Wegovy, Ozempic, Tirzepatide, and semaglutide. My name is Laraine Durham, and I've lost over 50 pounds using compounded Tirzepatide. And I like to talk to people who are on their weight loss journey to see, how they're doing and if we can learn anything from each other's journey. Please like and subscribe to our channel. It helps the algorithm suggest us to people who are looking for information on their own GLP-1 weight loss journey. And I guess we'll just jump right in. We're not doctors. I'm not a doctor. So this is not medical advice. Please consult your healthcare professional before starting any new weight loss or exercise plan. Okay. All right. Well, today we're talking to Lisa. Welcome, Lisa. How are you?
I'm great, Lori. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Lisa, welcome to the Downsized Dish. Tell us and the viewers a little bit about yourself.
Okay. My name is Lisa Martin. I live in Maryland. I have an 18-year-old son about to graduate from high school named Sam, and in a 23-year relationship with his dad. We're not married yet. I think once I get to a more comfortable weight, I think I was still more comfortable. I just didn't want to be the big bride.
That's
So, yeah. So that's down the road. That's coming. But so it's basically the three of us and our four cats. So I'm a cat mom.
Yep.
And so that's pretty much it. I work in IT. I'm in inside sales. I work for an IT and healthcare solution provider, and our clients and service federal, state, and local government, as well as commercial and healthcare clients. So I pretty much work from home full time since COVID. I did a few days home and a few days in the office prior to COVID. But once folks started going back to the office, they gave us the option of continue to work from home or to do a hybrid situation. So I do
Nice.
from home, which I love. It's awesome.
Awesome. And tell us about your weight loss journey. Which medication are you on, and how long have you been on it?
I started almost exactly 4 months ago, on November 29th of 2024. I'm on Tirzepatide, a compound, and started with the 2.5 dose and currently on 7.5. And next week we'll be starting my new custom dose, which is 8.5. So so things with everything changing recently. My telehealth provider, they're basically doing customized dosages and adding vitamins based on different concerns that the patients may have. So
Awesome.
I'm just thankful that still able to get it.
Right. That access to the medications is really important. How much weight have you lost?
I started I'm only 5'1", so I started at 274, and today I was 223, so I've lost 51.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
I have a long way to go. I still have about 88. My goal weight is probably about 135, which is the high end for someone at 5'1". But, I'll see once I get close. Maybe I don't need to go down that far. So we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So you're 4 months in. You're doing great. You've lost over 50 pounds. That's awesome. How are you feeling?
I feel amazing. Amazing. I was so scared to do this. I tried to get insurance approval for the name brand medication, and my employer doesn't, cover weight loss medication. So then I kind of gave up. And then I just, I started kind of looking on Facebook and different things and kept hearing about the compounds. And I didn't know anything about compound pharmacies. So I was just kind of nervous. And that's when I just started, joining some of the Facebook groups and just kind of lurking and just kind of seeing what people were saying. Then I just decided, to try to go that route. This probably started in 2021, actually. Let me back up. I had started doing intermittent fasting.
Okay.
When COVID. And I did well on that. I lost about 30 pounds. But then the holidays came and I completely lost it and
Yeah.
went back to all my bad habits. I'm a sugar junkie and just cakes and cookies call me and I wouldn't pass on.
Yep.
So, fast forward, we had several close deaths in our family. I lost my sister, my brother, my
Oh.
stepmom, my mom, all within a period of like 3 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So most recently, my mom has breast cancer.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry.
thank you, in November.
Mhm.
And that was kind of what led me to really taking control of my health and saying, you know what, I've got to try this again. I went back to the doctor, had them do the labs. At that point, my A1C was 6.5, so I was considered type 2 diabetic.
Mhm.
Medication still was out through insurance. I can't afford over $1,000 more. So
Right.
that's when I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the leap and try the compound. And I'm so glad I did. So probably the next week after that, I went ahead and I started researching different telehealth companies. Wanted to go to the one that was the most recommended, which I did. And they've been wonderful. And I felt great. I mean, the day after took my first shot, I could feel the difference. The food noise is gone. Which
Oh,
I didn't even know that's what it was, but yeah,
right.
the food noise is gone. The
Yeah.
sugar cravings. I was the type of person I wanted dessert after every meal. Breakfast,
Right.
dinner. I
Sure.
wanted chocolate. And even if we had cookies or sweets sitting on the counter, I would walk right past them and they had no effect.
Yeah.
And to me, that was just the most amazing thing. As far as side effects, I think watching, I started the first channel that I found on YouTube is actually the Countess of Shopping.
Yep.
Then I found you guys because you interviewed her on your channel. And then I was like, okay, well, let me start watching them too.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, so between her channel and your channel, like, you guys are pretty much like my master class on the GLP-1. So I've gotten all of my information, and I think what has helped is that I had all of this information prior as far as getting ready for any potential side effects. So I
Okay.
had all the stuff already in my cabinet just in case. The only side effects that I've had is fatigue a
Oh.
day or two after shot day. So I take my shot on Friday nights.
Mhm.
Usually, probably mid afternoon on Saturday, I hit a wall and I'm
Mm.
exhausted. And a lot of times I'll push through it and I kind of regret it because I know I should just take a nap. Just take a nap. And I'll
Yeah.
quit it. And then by Sunday, I'm fatigued, but it's not as bad as Saturday. And it has decreased as time has gone on. I still
Yeah.
get it though. Um, and other than that, my only other side effect, I did experience sulfur notes, which
Mm.
are hideous. Um, yeah, it's a great egg. And a banana. Now, when I
No.
first started, I put a banana in my protein shake and blended it up, and no problem. But I ate just a banana by itself, and
Mhm.
it felt the burps. But I ended up being prepared. I found a product on Amazon called Orange Burps. Make orange peel so that your salsa burps now taste and smell like oranges instead
Oh.
of burps.
I haven't heard of that. What's it
Yeah,
called again?
like it's right here on my desk. It's called orange. It's called Orange Burps.
Orange burps. Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah,
I've never heard of that.
yeah. So it's much more pleasant than the soft burp taste and smell. So
Yeah.
um
Okay.
yeah, that's basically those two have been my only side effects. So I cannot complain. My energy level is increased.
Yeah.
Um, I just even my mental health. I say I'm calmer. I don't feel
Mm.
stressed out. But everything kind of going in my world right now. I just feel a
Yeah.
lot of anxiety, and I feel like that's kind of tampered down a little bit.
That's
Um,
good.
and I feel like that's from the medication and probably exercising too.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah, so I guess you said you started the end of November, right? So you've I mean, what a time to start a plan, like, right in the middle of the holidays. You must have been like, "Okay, I'm doing
Yeah,
it. This it. Let's go."
yeah.
So,
I think
um
it was the day after Thanksgiving. I can't remember if Thanksgiving maybe the 28th. I don't
uh-huh.
know. And I said, forget, I'm not gonna eat all, I'm not eating all the stuff. I'm just gonna take the shot and start. And
Yeah.
I was ready.
How was the holiday season after that, after you'd started compared to holidays in the past?
You know what? It was fine. My family is very supportive, so I wasn't making like the Christmas crack and the,
Yeah.
I was making that. I was supposed to make like my birthday's on Christmas too. So
Oh,
normally we have like a birthday cake, which I would like to eat for breakfast. I know you do too on your birthday.
yes.
I'm like, I don't want a cake. I'm getting some electrolytes, and so I didn't do a cake. And I normally make like a big lasagna for Christmas dinner.
Mhm.
And we do Chinese food for Christmas Eve. We have all this leftover Chinese food. So my family was like, don't worry about the lasagna. Chinese foods are good. So I appreciated that because, you know, just
Yeah.
having their support allowed me to kind of stay on plan. But yeah, I've had no processed sugar whatsoever since I started.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
like, to me, that's a big deal. 'Cause I would eat sugar every day, every day.
Yeah. So what kinds of things are you eating now?
I still loosely follow intermittent fasting.
Mhm.
Um, maybe not on purpose, but just because I think it makes me feel better to not eat past like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes I'll stretch it to 5.
Yeah.
So I typically eat either between like 12 and 4. Sometimes if I'm hungry, 11 to 4. And I'll just start out with like some hot tea and some water. And then around 11 or 12, I'll usually have a protein shake. I do like Factor meals, and they
Oh,
have really good protein shakes.
okay.
And so I'll have one of their protein shakes and usually an apple, and maybe like a little string cheese or if I'm craving salt. I have a little pretzel crisp, like
Mhm.
just 100 calories worth.
Mhm.
That'll kind of take care of the salt craving. And then a lot of times I'll have a Factor meal, maybe an hour or so later, and that's kind of my main meal. Um, and then if I'm still too low in protein, issues I'm pretty low with that. I will have like the Oikos Pro, which I think is like 20 grams of protein,
Yeah.
yogurt.
Greek yogurt. Mhm.
Yeah, so I'll have that and then some berries and then protein. But
Okay. 'Cause that's a pretty tight window, right? 12 to 4, 11 to 4. Like,
yeah, it,
I
it
mean,
is. Yeah.
are you able to eat enough, do you think, to get as much protein as you need?
I'm not getting as much as I need on most days. I
Okay.
am getting anywhere between like 85 to 100. So I'm close. I'm
Yeah.
definitely close. I use a Lucid app, and I think they want me to get like 125. I don't know if
Yeah.
I've gotten that much, but I will sometimes hit 100.
Yeah.
Um, and oftentimes, if I feel like I haven't gotten enough, I kind of feel like I need it, and then
Mhm.
I'll maybe hit another protein shake, or just always have just do chicken or some chicken
Yeah.
like that. But I feel
Why
like it's pretty simple.
why did you pick 4 o'clock as your cutoff time? I'm just curious. Seems early.
Yeah, it is early. I've found that because of the delayed stomach emptying, I
Mhm.
don't like to go to sleep with a full belly.
Ah,
I
okay.
like to feel somewhat hungry, not to put in a stomach sound, but it's just
Mhm.
uncomfortable for me to like lay down and
Yeah.
doing things to myself. So,
Yeah.
uh,
How does that work with your family? Like, d are you cooking for them? Do they make is it everybody just fix their own thing? How does that work?
unfortunately, during the dash a lot. I also get factor meals for them too. Uh,
Okay.
and we don't have like traditional kind of dinner time because Sam, our son, he gets home from school. He doesn't see the senior at like 12 o'clock. So he's hungry then. I can't stop working to then fix him his lunch. So
Right.
while either DoorDash him or one of his factor meals.
Yeah.
Uh, and there's always kind of ready to go things in the fridge, like rotisserie chicken and chicken salad, things like that.
Yeah.
When Troy gets home, he gets home from work at 3. He's hungry then. I can't stop
Okay.
work to cook.
Yeah.
So same with him. We just kind of do what we need to do, and
Yeah.
it seems to work. So I'm glad that they're not, um, you know, unhappy that I'm not really cooking. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, it sounds like that works for your family, so that's great. Christopher and I have done the factor meals.
Mhm.
We've done a couple of months of the heat and eat meals. I
Yes.
haven't done the shakes though. But yeah, I think the factor meals are tasty. You can get
Yeah,
the high
I think
protein
so.
one, um, yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. And they also wellness shots too.
Yeah, the little
Get little bottles.
like a
Yeah.
juice or yeah.
Yeah, it's there's like an immunity, there's a probiotic, there's a stress
Hmm.
one. They have like 4 or so different varieties. So I'll
Yeah.
order those too.
Yeah, awesome. Well, it makes it easy. Makes it
Mhm.
everybody can get, what they like.
Exactly.
Um, let's see. Did you it sounds like you pretty consistently moved up through the doses through your 4 months?
Yeah, I did the first month at the 2.5, the second month
Mhm.
at 5, and the last 2 months at 7.5.
Okay.
And I probably lose on average about 3 pounds a week.
Okay.
So yeah, so when I spoke to this time when I had to do my refills and my refill intake for the telehealth provider, I had to schedule a video visit. And the nurse practitioner suggested moving up to their next dosage level, which was 8.5. She said if I had lost 4% of my body weight in the past month, then she would have kept me at 7.5, but I'd lost it at 2.5%. So she thought it was best to move up.
All
So,
right.
yeah.
Interesting. I mean, 3 pounds a week is, you're beating the average.
Yeah.
Average is, the top of the averages too. So
Right.
you're having great success with it. So
Yes.
sounds like you're doing all the right things. So
Yes.
that's good.
All the things. I'm doing all the things.
All the things. Yeah. Yeah. So all right. So that's good. I think you're just you're doing it. You're going all along. How's your water intake going? When do you get your water in during the day?
I do. I have my 40-ounce tumbler here.
Nice.
It's with me all the time. I try to get 96 ounces of water, so a minimum of 80 ounces, but
Okay.
so
Fill your cup up twice and you're good, right?
I fill it up twice. I put in my electrolytes. I'm really like nectar electrolytes. They are
Okay.
like 100 milligrams of sodium. I can't do the ones that have like 1,000 milligrams of sodium. It's just too much for me
Yeah.
personally. And then with the nectar, you can have up to 5 of their little packets a day.
Uh-huh.
And with the 40-ounce tumbler, I'll put in 2 sticks at a time. So I only have
Okay.
4 packs a
Okay.
day. And it just helps me because plain water just not exciting. So
Yeah.
yeah, it helps. And I think it does help, since I'm not eating a whole lot, I think getting those extra nutrients helps.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned you were tracking your food on the Lose It app. Do
Yeah,
you track everything you eat there?
I track everything. I track everything. I always make sure that I'm eating at a calorie deficit. So when I first started, I had not exercised in probably a year.
Uh-huh.
So when I started, yeah, it was tough, but I said, I got to do it. I started doing a senior citizen workout in a chair. I did that for a couple of weeks
Yeah.
and started to, as my body started to loosen up a bit. Then I just kind of progressed from there. But yeah, I get up every morning at like 5:30, turn on YouTube, and I'll do I like a cardio workouts with light weights.
Yeah.
There's a YouTuber, her name is More to Health. I like the videos a lot. And then there's I'll do stretching. There's a lady in Australia who just up fabulous 50s, and I'm up for stretching workouts. And then also like some Pilates or yoga type stretching as well. And then I would say in the past 2 weeks, I joined a Pilates studio.
Oh, nice.
And I love that. So I'm doing Pilates like 3 or 4 times a week also.
That's great. Is that now those they have the machines where you
Yes,
move or
on the
free?
reformer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never done those, but they look fun. Like they look like a good workout and kind of fun too.
It's an incredible workout. I used to do Pilates before I had my son, so like 20 years ago, and I
Mhm.
loved it. I loved it. And then, after I had him, and then I didn't mention this, but I was also diagnosed with breast cancer in 2016.
Oh, okay.
So I went through all of that, the treatment, the
Oh,
medication from, I had to take, which was tamoxifen,
yeah.
added more and more and more weight. And
Yeah.
also a lot of joint pain and stiffness where just my skeleton hurt. It felt like my
Yeah.
skeleton was hurt. So
Yeah.
just moving my body was very painful.
Oh,
So that was another reason why I hadn't really exercised for so long. And I just about a year ago was kind of released from treatment, thank goodness. And
oh,
no
okay.
longer have to take that medication. And yeah, so I loved the Pilates 20 years ago, but that was a whole different body.
Yeah.
And and now I just, I said, okay, at that point I had lost about 40 some odd pounds. And so I started moving Pilates studio. And sure enough, there was one literally 2 minutes from my house.
Oh, awesome.
I mean, it couldn't be better than that. So
Yeah.
I just said, before I lose my nerve, just go there. I didn't even saw, I just drove there and I picked up and I took my class the next day. And
Awesome.
I go on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and now I'm adding in a Friday when I'm actually at work at lunchtime. I'll try to go.
Awesome. We have another viewer. Her name is Mel. She does Pilates, and she sent me a really funny. I'll have to send it to you. There's a Saturday Night Live skit about Pilates. I don't know if you've ever saw it. And the lady at the checkout desk goes, "Hey, Mama, welcome to Pilates. Get your sticky socks. Did you bring your socks?" Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And those socks are like $16.99 if you want
Right.
to buy them.
Yeah. Yeah, I did Pure Barre for a while
Okay.
at the end of COVID, and it was those same sticky socks. I'm like, "Well, I can't wear my no, you have to wear
Yeah.
the sticky socks." I'm like,
So,
"Okay."
yes, exactly. Exactly. I
Yeah,
love it though. I like the atmosphere. I didn't really like a gym. I used to belong to a Lifetime Fitness years ago, about 5 or 6 years ago.
yeah.
And I loved that because there was so much you could do. But what I didn't like was they had their yoga and Pilates studio right outside where the guys were doing the heavy weight.
Oh,
So you
that's
would
not
hear
very
those
calming.
big weights. Yeah, and it just took away the whole proneness vibe. So
Yeah,
this is much better because it's just
yeah.
light. Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you found something that you like. And how does it do with your joint pain? Has that gone away or
That has
how?
gone away. That has gone away. Like I'd say within that first week to 10 days,
Yeah.
just I just felt like a different person. Even though I had
Wow.
lost a lot of weight, I think at that point I may have lost 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Um, but I just I'm like, I don't hurt. Like
Yeah.
I don't wake up hurting.
The
And
inflammation just kind of
I was always in pain. Always.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's so freeing.
Right.
And I like want to I think I wear workout clothes all the time because I'm like at any moment I can just go work out if I feel like
That's awesome.
it.
That's really great. Let's see. Let's share some of your pictures. I think we have some pictures of Lisa when she first started. Tell us about these pictures, Lisa.
So that one on December 3rd, that was just a few days after I started, and you can kind of see all the inflammation.
Yeah.
I look a hot mess, but you can see like all the inflammation there. And just, 16 days later.
Oh, I didn't realize these pictures were so close
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. I mean, it looks like you lost
Uh,
your chin is gone, your
mhm.
cheeks are small, like it's a whole
Different
wow.
things.
And
Yeah.
just 16 days. That's an
I
amazing
think that was
16
just all
day.
the inflammation. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing with that you can't see it there with the chin ring on. Now I've got these wrinkles here.
Oh,
I did not have wrinkles or sagginess before. So I'm
right.
glad that my chin is going, but
So yeah, so your neck wrinkles, you have wrinkles now where before it was just filled out
yeah.
nicely.
Yeah. And see, I come from a long line of women who did not have wrinkles. And we were into like no one got facials, we just slapped on some shea butter and called it a day. So this was like so new to me. And so I decided, okay, well, I'm gonna go to an esthetician, which is like a whole different experience. Like I never had that experience. She's lovely and wonderful. Um, but I was just in shock at how expensive the treatments are. I think
Yeah.
one treatment was like $700 to $900, and but yeah, so I was pretty shocked. So I did decide to go ahead and get the, I guess, medical grade um facial products, and I do like them, and I'll see how long I can keep that up. And I one of the thing is I do now use sunscreen. I only use
Yeah.
sunscreen application. So
Yeah.
I
So daily
do
yeah, daily sunscreen I think is key for keeping your skin
collagen and
yeah.
so I do that now. But as far as, what she explained to me, she said, really, there's nothing that's going to help this except the surgery, and wait until after you've reached your goal weight. I don't know that I'm going to do surgery. I'm assuming I'm going to have a lot of new skin, having to lose over 100 pounds in total. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, and I found I've tried a lot of different skincare creams, and I don't know that this is if you find one you like, I don't know necessarily more expensive is always better, but,
Right.
keep it moisturized, morning,
Yes.
collagen, exfoliation is really helpful, I found, but yeah, if you've never really done skincare, there's a million rabbit holes you can go
Yeah.
down with that, so
I found that. Yeah.
yeah.
I like neck cream on my desk. So all day long working, I'm putting things on my face.
Yeah. Yeah, I have one that I like because 'cause I've noticed the same, like, I'm like, "Ugh," and I kinda like, you know,
Yeah.
I saw things that weren't there before as my
I
face
agree
got
now.
tall.
I didn't
Yeah,
remember things before. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, so, I guess it's a fair trade, I guess, so
Exactly. Exactly. Can't
yeah.
have everything.
Right. Right. Are there any, like, tips or anything you would tell to someone who might be just starting this medication?
Just start,
Just
first of
start.
all. Just start it. Do your research, so that you feel comfortable, and watch the YouTube content providers, watch your channel, watch the counters, watch other people. Dr. Dan, I'm now, subscribed to his channel because I was like, oh, I saw that interview, and I was like, okay, I like what he has to say. So
Yeah. We interviewed Dr. Dan. You can go back and watch our interview with him. He's just very, like,
I like that.
calm.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. And I saw his interview. That's because I never seen his videos before.
Yeah,
But yeah, I would say to me that's the research. I do the research, and just jump in with
yeah,
no feet, and you are gonna have to change your eating habits. If you ate crap before, you can't eat crap now.
right,
And if you ate sugar and a bunch of fried foods and stuff like that, maybe on occasion, but I feel like I don't want to even test the waters of trying to eat something like that again because I'm gonna get sick.
right.
And second of all, I don't want to start craving those things again. And I
Yeah,
feel like if I start eating those, I'll crave them. So I'm happy with I don't eat a whole lot of different things, but I'm okay with that because I don't feel the same. I still enjoy food, obviously, but I don't feel that same like, oh my God, I gotta get this slice of pizza and this cookie and this cheesesteak. I don't have those feelings
yeah, and I guess working from home too, the kitchen's just a
right behind.
few steps
Yeah,
away, right? So
yeah, yeah,
if the food noise is tampered down, that's helpful, I think to be able to work from home. Did you
right.
before you started on the medication and you were working from home, did you tend to, like, graze into the kitchen, or did you have habits like that?
Yes, all the time. My job is very stressful, so that was kind of like, oh my gosh, I gotta do that. And I would have those feelings of stress. Let me go get a snack to make myself
Yeah,
feel better. And
yeah,
then I would eat the sugary snack, and I have the pump up for like 20 minutes, and then the crash, and I find myself trying to keep myself awake. So it was a
yeah,
vicious cycle, so then I have to get something else and it was just all day long. I felt like I
yeah.
was. kind of grazing and snacking and doing all
Yeah.
these things. Yeah.
And
So
how's your energy level comparative, now to then?
the energy level now is so much better. I think the exercising is helping. Now, intermittent fasting is something, it's kind of tricky. And I found this even before starting the medications.
Mhm.
I think when you go so many hours without eating and then you finally eat a meal, your body, it shuts down like you're a robot.
Huh.
It's like it takes all the energy and it focuses on digestion. And so when I first started intermittent fasting in 2021, I know there were a couple of times that I fell asleep at the table and I need head on the table. And yeah, like I mean, like down here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it makes it challenging when you're working. so, so yeah. So I do have to make sure I have like a coffee or something like that. Like I'm gonna a coffee, a protein coffee or something.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
kind of get you through. But other than that, and I think that's just from the intermittent fasting. Um, Other than that, the energy level is so much better. It's a lot
That's great. That's
better.
great. Yeah, yeah, intermittent fasting, I've never done, like, that tight of a window, but
Yeah.
a lot of times, like, after dinner, I just cut it off, right?
Yeah,
Cut it 6 o'clock, cut off
right.
until, like,
Leave the
7
kitchen.
or 8 AM, and I'll have, like, a protein coffee, or I'll eat breakfast depending on if I'm hungry or not, but,
Right.
um,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I do think your body does need time to not have to digest anything, like,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like, just be at rest, and if you're constantly snacking, if you're constantly putting stuff in, it's constantly in
Right.
digestion, and I think
Yeah.
a rest is good. I don't know.
Yeah. And then you have that insulin response every time you eat. So if you're eating all day long, your
Yeah,
body, it's just you're having that response. And that's what's putting the weight on for the
yeah,
most part.
I agree.
So that's why I decided to kind of stick with again, it's kind of loose, I'm following it a little more loosely now. And on the
Mhm.
night, Tuesday, Thursday, when I take Pilates, I have to adjust. I cannot go to Pilates with food in my stomach. So my
Oh,
class is at 6:30 at night. So I try not to eat after 1. I'll just have like a protein shake and an apple.
uh-huh.
And then I'll go to Pilates. And so when I come home at night at 7:30, then I'll have my meal. So
Mm.
those 2 days, I'm not going fasting on those 2 days. But that's just because I don't want to barf while I'm in the Pilates class.
That would be bad.
So
Yeah. Well, you just have to figure out what works with your body, right? If that's
yeah.
what works for you, then that's good that you have figured out how you need to do that. I was gonna ask you what time do you exercise? You're, an evening exerciser, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, I do the cardio with the light weights at home, and that's at
Oh,
like
right.
5:30 in the morning.
Okay.
So before work, and then the Pilates is Tuesday and Thursday, 6:30. And then Saturday I go at like 9:30. And then if I can get into a Friday class, then that's like it.
Oh, nice. Alright,
Yeah.
wow, that's a lot. So you're ramping it up, like, you're
Yeah.
no wonder
Yeah.
you're losing 3 pounds a week.
That's why I'm wearing leggings and t-shirts every
Yeah. At a moment's notice, she is ready
ready to
ready
go.
for action.
And I got my flippy socks on.
Yes, don't forget the grippy socks,
Right. Exactly.
whatever you do.
Mhm.
Have you started seeing your clothing size decrease? Can you tell a difference in inches?
Yes, mostly in my legs. So I went from like a 3X, probably bottom, 4X top, and the last pair of leggings I ordered, like I ordered them in a 1X, and then they were too big.
Oh,
And so now I ordered them. I'm like, okay, well, let me try XL. That was too big. So I ordered a large, and I'm like, it was like Goldilocks. I bought it's Goldilocks the one with the but the large. So yeah, so right now I'm a large in leggings. No tops because I can't the belly is still here. So I know it's the last thing to go. So I still
yeah.
will wear like a 3X top, but as far as bottoms, I'm a large.
Yeah, alright, great.
So
Have you taken your measurements at all?
I use an app called Me 360.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty incredible because it uses your cell phone to scan your body full length, and you get an image. It's grayed out, so like you can take it in your undies or whatever.
Yeah.
and it's a grayed out image, but then it also gives you full body measurements
Mm.
with the image. And what I do is I do a scan every month, the first of the month, and then I compare it from last month and also from when I started.
Oh,
And
cool.
that's just a really great tool because to like, oh my God, I've lost like 25 inches, in the past
Yeah.
month or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, and I look forward. I'm like, oh great, like tomorrow and the next day I'll do a scan. So
Well, it's nice
I
to
was
have those images, right? Those, like, it's just kind
yeah,
of like a generic image,
it's
mature
generic,
outline, but it's just there's
right?
no,
There's no, yeah,
features. Yeah.
exactly,
So
exactly.
it's a really an objective way to look,
Yeah,
side by side at those as you go along. Is
right.
that a pay do you have to pay for that app or is it free? Do you
Um,
know?
I think there is a free version, but I don't know what you get for the free version. So the premium
Yeah.
is I think $9.95 a month.
Okay.
Um, but and maybe the free version you're limited to how many scans you can do. Now I still only do once a month.
Yeah.
Um, but I also like it's literally 360. Like you can
Yeah.
turn the stand around and see all angles, good or bad, of your health.
That's cool. That's cool. Do you weigh yourself? How often do you weigh yourself?
Every day,
Every
every day.
day.
I'm an everyday person. Yeah,
Yeah,
on a
me
glucose
too.
scale with my app. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Alright,
Mhm.
good. Yeah, same, same. I have to weigh myself every day. I
Yeah.
just
I have to know.
yeah. I have to know immediately. Yeah, for sure. Okay, awesome.
Mhm.
Well, Lisa, you just sound like you're doing great. You're doing all the things. I'm so impressed with your progress and
Thank
your
you.
picture. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another picture.
Yeah.
Let's tell us about these 2.
Okay. So the one from August of 2023, that was like a lunch outing with one of my good friends.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, like you can see my most of my weight is in my belly, and again, it's still there from the current picture. But my
Yeah.
legs, I'm getting the Pilates legs are getting really tiny. So I kind of look like an egg with legs. But the belly is shrinking. And
Yeah.
that sweatshirt I have on, I bought that sweatshirt 3 years ago. And that was the first time I was ever able to wear it.
Oh, wow. Alright, well,
Yeah.
that's good.
So,
That
those are my fur
here's
babies.
here's your
Yeah.
kitties.
So,
What are the
okay.
kitties' names?
So the one sitting on the toilet, she's a rag doll. That is two. She's my older. She's 13.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, the gray one on the left, that's Mr. Muffins. He is a Maine Coon. He is almost 3 now. And then
Okay.
the black one he's rescued, he's a Maine Coon mix. And his name is Mustache.
They look
So and then
beautiful. You
and then that's Mr. Muffins and Maisie. Maisie is I think about 7 or 8, and she's also a rescue and she's special needs. She's deaf and she has
oh,
something called cerebral hyperplasia. She
oh,
hates Mr. Muffins. And
oh,
when we first got him as a kitten, she would attack him. And now I think she realizes he's 3 times her size. He's 22 pounds and she weighs 7 pounds. So
she's a tiny
um,
little kitty.
she's tiny. She's teeny tiny. So
Yeah.
they have, they don't really like each other. But, they coexist.
Oh, that's good. That's
Fur
good. So
babies.
you have 4 altogether? And, and here's your, son
And
and your significant other?
yes, as I call them, the wolves, such Troy, and then our son is Sam. And yeah, so we're a little wolf pack, also wolf pack.
Oh,
And
nice.
so that's my whole family, and they're so super supportive.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
you told them everything up front, they know the whole
So they
journey with
know.
you?
Yeah, Troy gets in line. I'm too squeamish. He gives me my shot every Friday.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like on the calendar. Come on, honey, it's shot night. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
Christopher had to give me my first few. I was like, I can't do it. I can't
well,
do it." But,
I'm on 18 and I still can't do it.
well, you know what? You'll either will or you won't at some
Yeah,
point, right? So,
yeah, yeah.
it's really not as bad as you might think, but
Okay. What
it's
is
just
that?
it's just kinda getting the idea in your head, like, it just
Mhm.
has to you just kinda have to, like, get it in there, and then, I like to pinch,
Yeah,
um, and I feel
yeah,
like that that helps a little bit too.
Oh, yeah.
Which shot areas do you do?
I have done every shot in my stomach and just rotate. Except I did one in the back of my arm, and I don't know, I didn't really like that so much. So,
Yeah.
and I'm not doing my thighs because they're all skinny now. So there's not a lot of fat there. So, there's a lot of fat in the belly. So yeah,
Yeah.
continue to do that.
Yeah. I think it's really important to inject it into fat.
Yes.
That seems to be
Yeah.
the best spot. So,
Mhm.
okay. Well, awesome. Well, Lisa, you are just doing great.
Thank
Um,
you.
you'll have to, come back in 6 months and give us a progress
I
update. I'm sure
will.
you'll have made even more strides towards your
I
goal. So,
I certainly will. Yeah, we're going on a celebrity cruise for Christmas.
nice.
And so I'm just like hoping and praying by then I'll be close to, if not already at my goal weight. So like that'll just be a whole different cruise. We went on a cruise this past August, and
Mhm.
I think just I was so exhausted and just so
Yeah.
low energy. I felt like all we did was sleep and sit on our balcony. I
Yeah.
don't think we really did much else. It was during a hurricane, so
Oh,
we didn't have very many excursions. We went to
excursion.
Bermuda. Yeah, we went to Bermuda. So we did get one excursion in Bermuda, but we had to leave early because we literally were the hurricane was behind us, so we had to kind of get out. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to this next cruise. I feel like it'd be a whole different experience.
You'll probably need all different clothes and have all this more
Yes,
energy and
yes,
all kinds of great
mhm,
things. It'll be an interesting comparison.
yes,
Uh, so,
exactly.
yeah. Well, cool. Well, great. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the Downsized Dish with me today, Lisa. It's been great.
I appreciate the invite. Thank you so much.
Yeah. If you out there would like to be on the Downsized Dish, send me an email to Laraine at thedownsized.org. I'll shoot you a link to our calendar, get you set up. We'll have a 30 or 40-minute conversation. And who knows, you might help someone out there who's looking for information on what a GLP-1 journey might be like. So, also, you can check out our website at thedownside.org. We've got some things on there like an Amazon store with some products that I like. We're Amazon affiliates, so we make a small commission off each purchase. And we also have an email list. You can check out our Downsize cruise. If you'd like to join us for our cruise in June, it's on the Celebrity Reflection, June 23rd through 27th, 2025. And I think that's all the things. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it. We're almost, we're creeping up on, we just hit 12,000 subscribers, creeping up on 13. So thank you. Thank you for all you watchers out there. And thank you again to Lisa for joining us today.
Thank you, Lorraine.
You're welcome. Okay, that's it. I'll see you next time. This has been Laraine Durham and Lisa for The Downsized. Bye.